Hey folks, DJ at School Garage. So I bought me a wireless charger and phone holder for my truck. It hasn't came in yet, but I did do an install of a Quick Charge 3.0 plug for it. That way I have a USB plug in the truck that's the Quick Charge. So I went through the install of it, and what it says it is to replace your cigarette lighter socket. Basically, you pull your cigarette lighter out and you put this one in. But I decided to just mount it in a hidden spot. So yeah, I could have just hidden it behind the dash completely and you never would have saw it, but then I'd be wasting, it has two ports on it, I would have been wasting one of those ports. So I hid it to where you can't really see it, and if a passenger needs to, they can plug into it. So let's go ahead and check out that install. Okay, so what I'm looking to do is install this thing somewhere where you can only see a little bit of the wire coming out of it. But the more I think about it, I think I want it to also be a port for my passenger. So if a passenger needs to charge the phone, they can just plug right into it. So looking around, it looks to me like, sorry if I'm jiggly, it looks to me like right here should be perfect for it. It's down, out of the way, out of sight, and then I can just run the wire out and then back in and all up underneath, and then it'll come up through there into the phone holder in the same spot. I have a video out about that spot for the phone holders. Really nice, cheap and easy, and like I said, some of them were like 70 bucks, but this one's 15-ish. I got a wireless one, it's 20. So yeah, much better. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this thing, you can see it's got the dual USB Quick Charge 3.0 ports, and I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna sit right there. So of course I'll have to drill a hole, but I don't have a problem with that. What I could do, if this was a little better, if it wasn't designed this way, I could actually replace this one. Maybe equal still to, actually, now that I think about it. But like I said, I don't want my wire for my phone coming up and over like that or coming down. So I want this out of the way, somewhere down here that a passenger can plug into if they need to. All right, let's get to working on that. Well, I need to figure out how to get this piece out, and it looks like there's a retention plug here, and I'm guessing there's one on the other side. So I'm going to use my handy trim tool to get that off of there. Maybe. There it is. Yeah. I'll have to use the other end. Go this way, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. There it is. Well, I think we went flying. Let's see. Oh yeah, that looks like it's loose. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Yeah, there's another one over here also. Oh, actually there's two over here. So I got to pull them off. Slide my seat back, give me some room to work. Yeah, there's two on this side. There's one. Now. And there's two. All right. Anything else holding it on? Can't tell. Something's still holding it on. Oh no, it just popped right out. Alright, well there it is. Came out pretty easy. Just one plug there, retention plug, and two on this side. You can see those two holes. And the whole thing came out. You got two little retention clips there. You just pull straight out, comes off. So, all right, I've got this lower center console piece out, and I originally planned to put it right here in this little slot. That way the passenger could use it easily, and I thought about putting it in this spot. You can see it's perfect fit for it. It'd be hidden out of the way, nobody would see it. The passenger would still have easy access to it. However, the bracket that holds the dash up comes right through both of those. So I can't put it there. If anywhere, I have to put it here somewhere. So I think what I'm going to do is, you can see the clips on this side. So I think I'm going to come just to the left of the clip and go right in between these two little grooves, and then that's where I'll put it. It'll be facing down, obviously, in the truck, so it'll be facing down the truck because this sits like that. So it'll be down here, and you won't even notice it. You won't see it unless you're looking for it, but the passenger will still have access to it. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to put it. Alright, let's get the drill out and drill a hole. I drill this hole here. I drilled a 1-inch hole. It wasn't big enough, so I'm going to drill a little further. Looks like I'm going up to where is it? I don't know, 1 1/4 maybe. Let's see. There we go. So see, it'll go just like that, and it'll be, like I said, it'll be facing down in the truck, kind of like that, so you won't even really see it. So yeah, and that way the passenger can still plug right in if they need to. We're going to slide this in. Now it does have a dust cover that comes with it, but as you can see, it covers up both of them at the same time, and since I'm permanently going to have something plugged in it, I'm just going to go ahead and just take it off. And I have some of those the USB dust covers. I'll just stick it in the one not being used, so that, you know, just to keep it moderately safe. And these are supposed to be waterproof too, so you can install them in a boat and pretty much put them anywhere, from what I understand. Alright, there it is. It's in there. It's nice and sturdy. It's not going anywhere. And all I need to do is put my wires on, which are right here. And they're even labeled plus and minus, so you know which one to put the red on, which is the plus, and then a negative on the negative. And now we're ready to wire this bad boy up. The next step will be grounding's easy. You just find any bolt or screw that's in metal and ground it. But the power is going to require, now it has a fuse built-in line, right? So you don't have to worry about hooking up to the fuse box per se. But what I want to do is I want to hook the power up to something that only comes on when the truck is running. That way this thing isn't, because it does have a voltmeter readout right there. So it, you know, if I wasn't putting it where I am, you'd be able to see that really cool and really well in the truck, you know. But I won't be able to see it because it'll be facing down. So anyway, I only want this to work when the truck is on. So I'm going to find a power supply that only works when the truck is turned on, and that's how we'll do that. Alright, so it looks like this kind of darker blue, which doesn't have any lines on it. That one is on power. So if I touch it with the key turned off, I don't get any light. So let's turn the key on. There you go. Okay, we got the key on now. And there you go, now we got a light. So that's our power supply right there. But our wire here isn't long enough, so I'm gonna go in the garage and get some more wires so I can go up and around and then come down into here. I could probably find it up in there somewhere, but this is the easiest access. So I'll just grab some wire and make it longer. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do here is extend this wire basically. And I wish I would have, I don't have any red anymore. I mean, I do, but it's, you know, very little. So I'm just gonna have to use the black wire, and I'll live with it. So we're just gonna, I've got a length pulled out here that it should be more than enough. Cut it off. Strip it open. Alright, now we're going to cut this little connector off. Go ahead and strip it. Come on now. Everything's frozen. It's seriously, it's like 20 degrees outside. That's why I'm doing this in here. Okay, there we go. Alright, now, I like to use these things. They work really, if you notice I use the reds more than anything, but they're shrink wrap and, they're shrink wrap and solder built into one. So you just use your heat gun, right? Put the wires in there, make sure that both ends are inside the solder, and then you just start heating it up. And man, these work great. I haven't had any problems with them. Pretty simple. Just twist your ends, slide one end in, make sure it's all the way up into the solder. Take your other one, same thing. Oh, this one's a little bit bigger. It's gonna work? I don't know, let's find out. Maybe I have to get a bigger one for it. I'll jump up to a blue one, see if that'll make it better. A ton of the blue ones. The size of the shrink tube doesn't really matter, but I mean, as you can see, they both fit in there, and once it's shrunk, it'll definitely hold it. So here we go. And there you go. You have a good connection. Woo, it's warm. So yeah, I'll put a link to those. I got them on Amazon. I'll put a link to them down in the description, because man, these things are helpful. No taping, no manually soldering. You don't have to put shrink tube on. It does it all at the same time. So there you go. Now we've extended our wire. We're gonna go ahead and strip this in while we're standing here, and when we get out to the truck, we're gonna also clip the wire and probably use those again to add it to the new ones, or to the blue wire, the dark blue wire out there. So we're just gonna strip her good. All right, we're ready to go back out and do it out there. I did want to show you one more thing. Since this wire I basically just cut in half, I don't want to put stress on it, so I could pull it so that the solder goes, you know, in between them both. But what I'm doing is I'm making the wire I'm adding, I'm making it longer so that it bridges both of them, and the solder will connect all three. So yeah, that's how that's going to work. All right, there we go. We've got that soldered now. I used one of the big blue ones, and all three of them are in there nice and tight. They're not going anywhere. And I'll put these up now, get them out of my way. So now all I'm going to do is run this wire up and around, and then I'll put this all back into place and put my covers back on here, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's installed and working. So see you in a minute. All right, there you go. I've got the wire all fed in. You can't see it, it's not drooping down anywhere. I've got everything put back together here, and now it's time to put our actual panel on. But before I do that, I need to run the ground wire to right there. So what I'm going to do is pull that bolt out, run the ground wire behind it and right back through here, and then put it all back together. All right, well, we've got the wires in now. You can see I've got it grounded. You can't see. I've got it grounded there, right on this bolt here, and ran it back in, and it's right down there. and connected. So now let's, you can see it's not on. So let's turn the truck on. Let's see what we got. There it is, see folks? It says 11.5. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put it in place. And I'm gonna have to kind of angle it down, because you can see the end of it there sticks up a little bit. So I'm gonna have to angle it down and then kind of work it in like that. So let's go ahead and get that done so we can get back in the house and get warm. Good Lord, I'm cold. My hands are frozen. Can't see what I'm doing. My hands are frozen. Yeah, I'm whining. Leave me alone. Alright, well, it doesn't look like that's going to work out so well. The reason is there's a lip, this little piece right here. It's blocking the plug, and it's just the bottom of this console. It's not even part of the actual, this here. It's not part of this. It's just something underneath here, like the tray or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and cut a small hole right there. You know, kind of like that. Can't see, can you? Cut a hole or an opening for that plug to fit in. And then we'll be good. And I'm not going to put it together yet because I still need to run the wire for the phone up underneath here. I mean, you know, imagine that flush. So you won't be able to see the plug itself hardly at all. But you'll still be able to plug into it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run my wire up underneath it, go down, and then up and around. So, and that way a passenger can still use it too. It reads 14.6 now, so yeah, must be working. All right, that's it. You know, not too hard, not too difficult. A little bit of soldering, a little bit of cutting some wires, but works out fine. You can't hardly, I mean, you can't see it unless you're looking for it. We'll see how it looks once the wire, the USB's plugged into it. But I don't have the USB in the charger yet, so you know, the whole purpose was to put that in so that I could get the USB wireless charger for my phone. So yeah, if you could, go ahead and like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you know someone who could use one of these, share the video to them. It doesn't have to be an F150, it could be anything. You can put it anywhere, you know, and you've got a quick charge 3.0. So, all right, I will catch you all on the next one.